everyone, Miss GoElectric here. I'm at the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas here for 2024, and I've stopped by the Kia booth because this year they have announced the PBV, which is the Platform Beyond Vehicle, which is actually a purpose-built vehicle. And there's a lot going on here. It's very modular in so many different realms, but I want to take you through this booth and talk about how it's modular and what they have all on display here. So follow me over here. Kia has a lot of variety as far as how many different PBVs they're going to come out with. This one here first is the PV5. So this will have 4 different variants. They have a pickup truck version. They'll have the PV5R, which is going to be a robo-taxi. They'll have the high roof, which is the one that we see right here. And they'll also have a basic version of the PV5. Let's look at this interior because this is extremely impressive. Like I said, this is all about modularity, not only because of the platform, and I'll show you that in a little bit, but also what you can do inside these vehicles. So if you just look, you'll probably be wondering, well, why is that steering wheel placed upright on the dash of the vehicle? And that is because when you're not using it as a steering wheel, it comes up onto the dash and it works as a lamp inside the vehicle so that you can use this as a working surface in a vehicle where you can get work done. Now you also just look at this door panel. You'll notice that they have these almost like pegboards on the door panels, and these are really served to be able to put all these different types of modular elements here so that you can customize it for it to be your own vehicle. So pretty much anyone that gets one of these is going to have a different vehicle than anybody else because of how much customization here. So you'll see they have rails all over the vehicle as well, right here on that door panel, but also you'll see that screen is sitting on a rail, so you can really customize this to the infinity degree, basically. You can also bring your own tablet and put it on there if you want. You'll see there are a lot of different elements in here as far as center console charging capabilities. You'll also see that actually on the body side right here. So you'll have outlets, speakers, things of that nature, lighting. But take a look at the back of this vehicle. So as far as the high roof goes, this is really designed to have a lot of capability with logistics, to be able to move things around. So you'll see they have these modular cabinets that you can move in and out. Now what's so cool about this is that we have another vehicle behind me that it works in conjunction with. And this here is the PV1. So this is the smallest out of the lineup that they have announced. And what's so cool about this is that it will deploy, and you can kind of see it going on in the background here of the video screen, but to be able to do those last mile deliveries, this PV1 is nimble and small enough to be able to get into hard places and city environments. So one thing I want to show you real quick is, well, this doesn't have a steering wheel, so this is designed to be autonomous, but look at how this wheel is turned. It will be super agile and it will be able to move into those really cramped city environments because of this. So neat because you can take these cabinets out from, say, a PV5 and PV7, which we'll get into very shortly, and you can move them in and out of the zones. So pretty neat as far as the autonomous capability goes, but also just getting those last mile delivery products. Now, the last one that we see here is the PV7. So this is going to be the biggest out of all of the lineup that they showcased here at the show. Again, we have a rail system. It's very modular. So similar concept to the PV5, much bigger space, but you can also customize this with the modules that you see right here that are kind of your like false vacuum here to separate the cabin from that rear loading area. Now, let me show you right behind producer Tim here, which are these modules here. So the idea behind this is that you'll be able to not only install these in the vehicles themselves, but then you'll be able to deploy them. So say you want to have a business run out of your PBV, and you can use these different displays or turn it into a restaurant or customize it any way you want. So it's pretty incredible what usability factor you can get out of a vehicle like this. Now, come on over here because I want to show you the PV5 that they have. That's the basic version. And as far as I understand, it's going to be the first version that comes out. This is going to be designed for ride sharing, where you can put in certain seating arrangements. Some of them are turned around backwards. And when you want to be able to fold these up and move them around, basically that seat will almost look like a vertical element instead of folding down like this, so that it takes up a lot less space and you can push it all the way back or forward depending what you need it for. Another really neat thing about this is that it has a built-in ramp on the bottom, and the ramp will come down so that you'll be able to, just like what you see in the video, have a wheelchair or anything like that that you want to have more accessibility with. This is going to be the first iteration that actually hits the market starting in 2025 in Korea. Now, another thing I want to show you is, follow me over here. We talked about modularity, and that is applicable with the different types of elements that you can put in the vehicle. But I want to talk to you about modularity when it comes to, if you're a commercial fleet buyer and you want to have a lot of different utility as far as what your vehicle can do, Kia has designed this easy swap system. So they have it on display here where you can see if you want to be able to purchase a PBV and then switch out the different life modules, as they call them, then you can do that here. So this whole system, essentially, instead of having to buy an extra vehicle to do a certain task, you'll be able to buy parts of these life modules to make your vehicle more usable, and it would cost a little bit less than having to purchase two separate vehicles. So it's pretty incredible. The way they do this is actually through an electromagnetic system along with like latching system here, so you can actually see the scale of the version of what they want to do. You would think that there's some vibration that's going to come into account when you are putting these pieces together. So when you drive down the road, you don't want any of that noise, that vibration happening while you're driving. So this electromagnetic system basically engages so that you don't have any kind of space between to have that rattling. So it's a very secure method of swapping out these different life modules. Now let's move over to this construction method, because this is also modular. So there's no welding going on here, but you'll see that there's some bolts and things like that. So a much easier means to manufacture this and put it together, because you can expand it if you want. So if you want to add size to it, they showcase it here on the screen, so take a look. Click next. So say you start off with the basic structure and you want to continue to add to that manufacturing process. Basically, you just take those components that are basic and common throughout this whole manufacturing process and extend the vehicle if you want something that's larger. So you can continue to add modules to make it bigger, or you can remove them to make them smaller. And they're going to be launching this in micro factories so that they can have a more localized approach and keep those costs down for this type of modular architecture. So it is just extremely impressive what I've seen so far in the Kia booth, and it's so well thought out. I'm really excited to be able to see this come to market. Now again, it's going to come out in 2025 in the Korean market, but soon it will go global starting in 2026. Well, time to move on and see more here at the Consumer Electronics Show. Until next time, drive, fly, ride. Go electric.